Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is your boy, Big Sin, and we are here with a new series. It is Weekly Wrestling Talk. My homeboy, Jay Blaq, who from the NFL series, will be joining me with this weekly talk. This is the first episode. So, Jay Blaq, man, how you doing? How's life? You ready to talk some wrestling? Let me know.
What's good, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages? This is your boy, Hollywood, Jay Blaq, coming to you from the land of NXT, Orlando. And we just chilling, you know what I'm saying, Sin? What we got on deck today, bro? What's going on?
That's good to hear, man. I'm glad for it. Now, let's talk about, first we're going to talk about the NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2 that happened 2 weeks ago. I'm pretty sure you watched the show because you're an NXT fan like I am. What were your thoughts on the show? And I got a question. Now that Shinsuke Nakamura is the heavyweight champion, and guys like Finn Balor and Sami Zayn, their last matches in NXT were against Shinsuke, do you think after his feud with Samoa Joe, that Samoa Joe will get called up to the main roster, or will they wait till after WrestleMania or the Royal Rumble to do so? Also, I know I love Bayley. You love Bayley, I'm pretty sure of it. Her match with Asuka was awesome. She showed a lot of heart, and she's going to be great for the women's division. What else I want to talk about? That tag team championship match, man. Ciampa and Johnny Gargano, those motherfuckers deserve to be on the main roster, and with the cruiserweight division coming, I think they will be there, and the revival will be cool on the main roster also. So what were your thoughts on NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, and what were your thoughts about the debuting Bobby Roode?
Well, NXT 2 weeks ago established itself to be the best wrestling show on TV, period. There is no... They're like number 2, which is WWE, is so far away. You know, NXT, I believe, at that point has really surpassed WWE with what they did with NXT. That Shinsuke Nakamura Samoa Joe match was everything that I thought it would be. Straight, strong style, Japan style. You know how they do. That tag team match was fire. It was literally probably one of the top 2 or top 3 matches on that show easily by a mile. So we already know what was up. Revival, Gargano, the boys, they did their thing. And so you can't really even sweat that. They did what they came out to do, and they set the arena on fire. Bayley is going to be a good change of pace for the women's division. You finally have a true face, something that I know Becky Lynch, she was a tweener, and Sasha Banks is a heel playing a face. Charlotte is pure heel like her dad, straight up. So Bayley is going to bring a great change of pace to this women's division on the main roster. You'll have a true face, somebody that the kids can look up to, sell merch, do their thing. I really think, now you talked about Samoa Joe, I really think that after this feud, you kind of have one of those situations to where I think you can have Samoa Joe and Nakamura feud for a while, because right now you don't really have anybody on the roster right now that you can say can really compete with Nakamura, like on that level. Nakamura is up here. It's like Balor. It's just up here. Samoa Joe, Balor, Nakamura was all the way up here. Kind of like Kevin Owens, all the way up here on another level when you compare it to everybody else on the roster. So, you have that. It's not like it was, a year or 2 years ago when Neville was the champion, Bo Dallas was the champion, Sami Zayn was the champ, next level shit. Which now brings me to my man Bobby Roode. Glorious entrance. You already know what's up. That is literally my favorite entrance of the year. Like, it don't even have to be the match of the year. Because his match was good, but his finisher was crap. But Bobby Roode, by far, had probably the best debut in a wrestling television show. Period. Point blank. What are your thoughts, man?
So now, let's get into the biggest show of the summer, SummerSlam, where we had a bona fide match of the year candidate between AJ Styles and John Cena. Those two men tore the house down and stole the show. Finally. I will admit, I was disappointed in the first match, but then you gotta realize Mr. Cena was gone for a while. AJ's hot. Hey, you know, one of those things didn't work out. But they got it right in this final showdown. Finn Balor and Seth Rollins, those motherfuckers went to war. Finn Balor, obviously, as you probably know by now, blew out his shoulder, popped the sumbitch back into place, and went on to win the Universal Championship. Kudos to you, my friend. Then we have Dean Ambrose and Dolph Ziggler. A solid showing for both guys. Dean, of course, kept the title. No, he's a great champion. He will be for a long time, as long as they don't fuck it up. And finally, the Beast versus the Viper. Now, everybody thought that Randy Orton bladed until they saw the results of that elbow to the head. If he bladed, that motherfucker had a big-ass machete in his shorts. Just stabbed himself in the fucking head. Because that was pretty nasty. For what I understand and what I read on the internet, because, you know, everything on the internet is true, is Randy Orton supposedly knew about it. But then stories are coming out that the referee told him way late in the contest. So who knows? And Chris Jericho confronted Brock Lesnar, which is a bad idea, Chris. That man will eat you. So, Mr. Blaq, what are your thoughts on SummerSlam?
SummerSlam was a legitimate show. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It was a legitimate, solid show. Something that WWE has been lacking for a little bit. I have to admit that the Ambrose Ziggler match impressed me only because the story leading up to the match, if you saw the SmackDown before the match, you know, Ziggler pulling his best Shawn Michaels impression, digging deep down, getting the emotions up, and all of a sudden, bam, hit you with a super kick like it was nothing. I like to see that, Dolph Ziggler. That was pretty awesome. And the story that built it up to where Dean Ambrose just basically told him, you just can't win the big one, you know, at least not without no help. You know, he told Ziggler, he put Ziggler in his place, and Ziggler was pissed. But it turned into a great match that told a decent story. What else we got going on with that? Oh, yeah, Finn Balor popping his shoulder back in and going on to win a championship. That's some shit that you do. So I know you were more impressed than I was. And that was pretty legitimate. Cena Styles stole the show. That was like almost an NXT caliber match. You had, you know, it was kind of like if Hulk Hogan would have fought Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, you know, back in WrestleMania 3. It was that kind of decent back and forth, solid, you know, house teardown type show. And then, of course, finally, Lesnar and Orton, them boys just went at each other. You know, Lesnar just do his thing. Lesnar caught that boy with that same elbow that he caught Cena with that one time. Remember when the first Cena Lesnar match, that boy caught something stiff. And, yeah, it was all bad. You know, and they knew something was wrong because, you know, they had to do something. They knew when they called that match, it wasn't supposed to end like the way it was. But I'm glad it did because it's even going to tell a bigger story leading up. So we'll see how it goes down, man.
What up? I'm back, you know, with these questions from my boy Jay Blaq about wrestling. So we do some wrestling talk. Sitting outside my daughter's school, waiting to pick her up, waiting for her to get her ass out here. So my next question statement: WWE Raw the last 2 weeks. Unfortunately, yes, Finn Balor won the title at SummerSlam, but as I said, he injured his shoulder. He ended up tearing his label, causing him to have surgery and missing 6 months. So they did a fatal 4-way. They set up a fatal 4-way. Big Cass and the 4 that were in the final match on this week's Raw were Big Cass, Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, and everybody's favorite wrestler, Roman Reigns. With the shock of the year happening during this match, with Triple H turning on Seth Rollins and giving the title to Kevin Owens. Where are they going with this? Are they finally going to have Triple H come out and say, "You quit touching my wife, and why did you steal my finisher?" because I banned the fucking curb stop. But anyway, and Kevin Owens getting the title, holy shit, that made me happy. I am so glad they're going to let this man hold that title, and I hope they give him a legit run. He better not drop that shit to someone like Big Cass. You know, Sami Zayn would be good, but not yet. Let him have that shit for a while. He is a good champion when he has the title. He's very entertaining, great on the mic, but I have a feeling Chris Jericho will cost him that. So for those 2 episodes of Raw since SummerSlam, Mr. Blaq, how'd you feel about what's been going on? Oh, wait. Before you answer that damn question, Bayley. This girl, man, I'm so happy for her. She should have been debuted back when the other horsewomen debuted. But I know Bayley's injury, she was injury prone there for a while, and she was hurt when all that happened, so I understand. It's about damn time, Bayley, you deserve it. And getting in Charlotte's face, yeah, baby, you go after that woman's title. Charlotte's an awesome wrestler, I will give her that. But the boss is the real champion. Due to a back injury, she had to relinquish the title at SummerSlam. Kind of upset me, but it is what it is. So, Mr. Blaq, what are your thoughts on the last 2 episodes of Raw?
The last 2 episodes of Raw were really good. I mean, especially when you had the setup for the Universal Championship. You know, the nice little filler stuff. It wasn't nothing boring. Bayley debut, Bayley, you know, kicking it with the New Day. You know, that's pretty awesome. I can dig that. Sucker, you know what I'm saying? The shock of the year. Let me tell you something. I really thought that. And see, I knew something was up. I was wondering if, you know, we were going to see Triple H. I knew something was going to happen. I knew somehow, some way, Kevin Owens was going to end up with this damn belt. Because he was the only really deserving person out of the 4 that really needed that rub more than anybody else. I did not see that coming. I did not see Triple H coming back, taking out Roman Reigns, and then Triple H coming back, taking out Seth Rollins. At the very least, I thought Triple H was going to come back, take out Roman Reigns, and we were going to see Roman Reigns versus Triple H 2. I at least thought that. But him screwing Seth Rollins? Nah, I didn't see that shit, man. That was awesome. Very deserving. That was the swerve of 2016. It don't get much more swervier than that, bro. I was weirded out by the whole Paul Heyman and Stephanie McMahon thing. Yeah, little kumsay, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on there, bro, but yeah. But other than that, I mean, the Raw's been pretty legit. I mean, I'm happy for Kevin Owens as the champ. Representing for the big dogs, you know what I'm saying? You know, athletic big niggas, you know. I can dig it. I'm loving it, bro. I'm loving it.
Well, now we're going to talk about SmackDown. We finally got a women's title, and I am so happy Eva Marie got suspended because Kevin Dunn, that son of a bitch, who's still trying to jam Roman Reigns down our fucking throats, he probably put the goddamn strap on Eva Marie. Bitch can't wrestle. She's a pretty face, great body. Bitch can't wrestle. Plain and simple. She would be the Bobby Heenan of the women's division. With no personality. Big difference. Okay, anyway, the last 2 episodes of SmackDown, they've been decent. I'm excited for AJ Styles against Dean Ambrose at Backlash for the heavyweight title. That should be an awesome match. Now they look like they're positioning Dolph Ziggler to face the Miz. Maybe they're trying to get the Miz into make him be more manly. What Danny Bryan said to him on Talking Smack, calling him a pussy because he doesn't want to get hit in the face, and a mark-ass bitch because he runs from every fight, big-time fight that he gets into lately. But, you know, that's the way they draw up the characters and shit, but, you know, it is what it is. That should be a good rivalry. They have history. They're best friends in real life. Now, should the WWE quit bringing back wrestlers? Because when the Headbangers came out, nobody gave a flying fuck that they were back. And yeah, it was probably a one-night thing because they're pushing this whole Heath Slater gimmick with him and his family, his wife, and all his kids. Heath Slater's entertaining. I'll give him that. I like Rhino too. The pairing should be fun to watch because Rhino does have some personality quirks that are really funny when he actually shows them. You know, I remember Rhino back in ECW days. I'm gonna fucking kill everybody. Fuck yeah, doing all that shit. But Rhino's a cool cat. I will predict right now, it might be a little predictable, but Heath Slater and Rhino will not win the tag team titles. I think they will beat the Hype Bros next week. But they will lose to American Alpha in the finals at Backlash. Because American Alpha, those two boys can absolutely go, and they're entertaining and they're fun. So, Mr. Blaq, what were your thoughts on the last 2 episodes of SmackDown? Oh, and let me say, WWE really fucked shit up. They brought Nikki Bella back at SummerSlam as a heel. Now, when she got hurt, she was a face. When Naomi got hurt, she was a heel. They brought back Naomi in this colorful ass dancing with her whipping her hair back and forth with that just bright ass shit that she's wearing right now. She's a face. And Nikki Bella came back at SummerSlam as a heel. But then on the following SmackDown Live, you turn Carmella heel against Nikki Bella. And then you have Carmella attack Nikki Bella while she's on commentary during a tag team match on this week's SmackDown. And have Becky Lynch and Naomi comfort Nikki Bella. Y'all need to get the women's division on SmackDown story straight so they actually have a chance to do what they can do and that show their talent. So what are your thoughts on SmackDown and where it's at right now? Let me know.
So, let's talk about SmackDown, since you want to talk about SmackDown. Let's start first with, I think that AJ Styles versus Dean Ambrose is going to make one hell of a match at Backlash. That match is going to blow the roof off. Not like AJ Styles hasn't blown any roofs off, but, you know, Ambrose and Styles? Ooh, boy. I'm happy they got the women's division. I mean, the women's title, yes. Tag team titles, yes. Which means that American Alpha and Usos are going to battle. We're going to see probably some heel Usos. Maybe they go back to that dark image, you know what I'm saying, that they had when they first debuted. Heel Usos, yes. The women's division, yeah. It's like they had the script and then they said, oh, let's Destiny this son of a bitch and rip it up and write a new one, and maybe, you know, they'll figure it out. And it didn't work. It didn't work. What the hell is going on in the women's division? Nikki Bella turned a heel, and then Carmella turned a double heel, and all this and all that, and I don't know what the fuck is going on. And, I mean, at least you have the lines are drawn on Raw. On SmackDown, it's exactly how I feel about it. I can't make any sense of it, and I'm not going to try to make any sense of it. So that's just the way it is. Ziggler Miz, that's going to be good. I want to see Daniel Bryan cost Miz the title. And I want to be able to make it so that Miz can't touch Daniel Bryan. You know, and have that nigga pissed. I want to see this nigga Daniel Bryan get under this nigga's skin. Miz is probably one of the best verbal heels in wrestling right now. I mean, the way he says things, his mannerisms and everything is perfect. It's perfect for what needs to be done. And the little anger spat that they had between Daniel Bryan and Miz was beautiful TV, beautiful work shoot shit. You know what I'm saying? It was wonderful. It's gonna tell a longer story. It's gonna be it's awesome. It's awesome. Aside from that women's division shit. It's awesome. SmackDown's doing a great job.
The thing I want to do every week on these wrestling talks is I want to give you my top pick for a person who should be in the WWE Hall of Fame, who is not currently as of this video. And so they won't be there right now. So my mission this week of who should be in the WWE Hall of Fame and is not. I know one half of this tag team died of a drug overdose and had a very checkered past with drugs, but the other member of the tag team should be in the Hall of Fame. Even as an individual wrestler, even though he didn't have the accolades he had overseas as an individual wrestler. I think they should induct the tag team because they were one of the greatest tag teams of all time at one time. And this tag team I'm talking about is the British Bulldogs. Davey Boy Smith and the Dynamite Kid. When those two were a tag team, they were damn near unbeatable. I mean, it took Jimmy Hart, it took fucking Johnny Valiant, it took whoever the hell you can name, Bobby Heenan, to cost them a match. The Dynamite Kid inspired so many wrestlers. Daniel Bryan, Chris Benoit, fucking, the list is endless. Davey Boy Smith was a great individual wrestler after Dynamite Kid got severely injured. Never got quite to the top, but was in the championship picture throughout most of his late WWE days. And don't forget the fucking one of the greatest matches of all time when he beat Bret Hart at Wembley Stadium in the main event of SummerSlam for the Intercontinental title. Good stuff right there, guys. But yeah, so Mr. Blaq, do you have a pick for somebody who should be in the Hall of Fame who is not currently? What you got, boy?
You asked me that question because I was going through my timeline looking at some of my old posts, you know what I'm saying? A couple years ago, I had a little, post of some, with a picture of a wrestler, and I use them for a lot of the memes when it comes to the ladies. Now, when it comes to this particular wrestler, it was all about dissing men and letting the ladies know what's up. This man belongs in a WWE Hall of Fame. His name is Ravishing Rick Rude. And you've seen what this man has done. This man has inspired basically the modern Playboy wrestlers. The guys that come out trying to impress the ladies. And there was a whole movement after that. After he hurt his neck and couldn't wrestle anymore, you had the guys coming out with the sunglasses and the robes trying to stun on the women, you know what I'm saying? And so for him, a great NWA champion, great NWA, WCW United States champion, great WWE Intercontinental champion, probably one of the greatest Intercontinental champions of all time. And he's not in the Hall of Fame. It's a damn disgrace. Vince, I don't care what the fuck this dude did. Okay? I don't care if he fucked your wife, Linda. I don't care if when Stephanie McMahon turned 18 years old, he banged the shit out of that. It doesn't matter because Ravishing Rick Rude is perhaps one of the most influential Playboy wrestlers of the late 80s going into the early 90s. When you heard that music and he came out with the robe and he came out stunting, there was nobody better. A man that was endorsed by Ric Flair, a man that was endorsed by Sting, a man that was beloved across locker rooms, and he's just not in the Hall of Fame? Really? Get your head out your ass. And put my man Rick Rude in. Put Davey Boy Smith. Put the British Bulldogs in. Come on. And so that's it for me. This is your boy Hollywood J Blaq signing off. Mr. Sin, I see you on the flip side, Jack.
Hell yeah, my boy. Homeboy Rick Rude, he damn right he deserves to be up in there. Well, this has been the first episode of Wrestling Talk. Well, we're glad we're going to call this WWE Talk because the other wrestling shit, who cares? Lucha Underground's awesome, but that shit's pre-taped so far ahead you can read about the whole damn season before it even airs on TV. And Impact, the only thing going good in Impact was the Brother Nero versus Matt Hardy bullshit and the dilapidated boat, which the WWE had to copy with the whole Wyatt thing. But this is your boy Big Sin. That was the homie Jay Blaq. We will be back next week with another wrestling talk. Deuces.